Morning. I'm gonna buy right now. Got up a little late this morning, post CPI. I wanted to get up pre CPI, but it's all good. Got some bearish news this morning from the dollar. Price is correcting itself right now. Let me change a diaper real quick. Price is correcting itself. I'm still in my buy. I'm gonna honestly be a little patient with this buy. I got into this buy a little bit late. Just in terms of there's two things, right? Yes, I got into it late, but I'm reading news. I'm just reading the news. We just broke a key 8 hour decision making zone level that prices, been wanting to move above for a while now. So just recently broke that, and that was a strong decision making zone. So the fact that we've broken it, the fact that we broke it on news tells me a lot about that area and a lot about what price wants to do with that area, as it's doing now. But the one thing that I was okay with was the susceptibility to the correction. Because it was news, I when I saw an execution point after price corrected itself a little bit, um, I took it just because, like I said, the volatility, the volume within news. Yes, I'm susceptible to the correction, but it could not come down from here. It cannot come down from here, right? Yeah, it may correct a little bit, but as far as it coming down, there's a chance that it could not come down, just because of that area that it just passed, just broke through. Like, it's a strong area. Um, so I'm still in my buy. I'm gonna be really patient, really patient in this buy. Not even really gonna worry about drawdown. Of course, I'll protect my account and whatnot. But yeah, I'll be a little more lenient on this risk level here. Change the diaper real quick. Perks your dad duties. Very impressive. And just feed my baby girl, put it back to sleep. Get into it a little bit. Just pretty much watching Price do his thing right now, though. Honestly, sitting on this 5 minute, watching Price do his thing.
In 300 feet, turn left.
With Cox's fiber-powered internet, you can do brilliant things.
Exit approaching.
Like upload your voice to Dad's GPS in no time flat.
And I miss you, Daddy. Happy birthday.
Get gig speeds powered by fiber. Upgrade your internet today with Cox, the nation's fastest internet provider.
I don't know how long she's gonna last in there, but let's see. Got about break even right now. This move is so clean though. Mm. This weekly trend line breakings on the dollar, I think, is going to prove to be vital, and maybe we head down to this area right here in terms of the dollar, right at about $100, or whatever that would be. That's actually funny. Would that be $100 per dollar? That's actually funny, the concept to think about, because this is just the DXY. And we're gonna make an all-time high this week. I gotta go into about 24.40 today, or at least this week. But just looking at this, look at the bottom here, and look how we can utilize this MACD public indicator and utilize it to read volume, right? So we see this loop that's going on, right? So this should be one of these, right? When it goes from red, loops around, the next thing is gonna happen is a green dot, right? Green dot, right? So that's what should happen right here. Red loops around. We go from having sellers volume to losing sellers volume to having buyers volume, right? So we go from having sellers volume to losing sellers volume to having buying volume, right? And that should technically take us through the roof. To the roof. Down this entry. Let me actually jot down this entry before I get on my trade log. Trade log is important. Importante. To stay on task with. It's not supposed to be a daunting task. It's supposed to be a really helpful task. Because man, I found out some data, like just from, and I want to give my boy Q, and just doing statistical analysis. Especially on something like our trading and how we can go about that. Because ultimately that's what it's for. That old saying, numbers lie. Well, men lie, women lie, but numbers do not lie. That term is pretty true. Like, that term is a pretty valid term. And of course it doesn't always tell the entire story. But for the most part, we can all agree that numbers lie. That men lie, women lie, but numbers do not lie for the most part. They do not lie. I was looking at 2408.51 as my entry. 2408. bearish was like here. Price correcting a little bit. I honestly wanted to see a little bit of correction, mainly on this MACD. Like you see this whole way, like right, this whole way from this candle, this very first bearish candle, and on right down here is all basically saying like it was just like weaker buyers volume, but like we didn't get really any rejection bullish. Yeah, we got these bearish candles, like a few wicks. The wicks meaning basically buyers got it up to that point and then sellers brought it down. Right? Buyers got it up to that point, sellers brought it down. But there was really no like turnaround at this point in terms of it's showing on the volume, but there was really no movement against this level. And in terms of on the bearish side of things, it was really more so them just participating so that the market wasn't just completely bullish. Red dot comes in, which is good that red dot comes in. I want to see it just continue to consolidate a little bit more, allowing this MACD to fall down just a little bit more. That way we can head back bullish on that MACD. What you saying over there, Precious? It's gonna take some patience in this one. Got the dollar correcting itself as well against its bearish move. What you doing, Precious? I'm not getting you.
The robots have gotten pretty good at what they do, but they can't give an item a human touch. On Etsy, you can find something handmade, handpicked, or designed by people who bring their whole hearts to their small businesses. Keep commerce human. Discover small businesses on Etsy.
Meet Asana, a work management platform that helps companies get more done and save more time. Teams can stay connected while they track updates and visualize timelines. Asana, a smarter way to work. Try it for free today at asana.com.
What you know on Precious? Hmm? I'll put your ranking. Where did you put your rank? This is about the level that I'm gonna analyze and see how price wants to react here. Correct through it. All right. So that was pretty much my stop loss right there. I didn't put it in, but that was just my visual stop. So it was about 90 pips, right on my lot size. That's about $9. Um, and so thinking about where we are now, we're over 100. I'm gonna take it to this point. That's gonna be my final limit because of this 8-hour decision making zone. I want to see ideally what I wanted to do is respect this level. Like I said earlier on the call, this is a strong level. So for it to just break this level, move above this level, right, and then kind of consolidate, do this thing, and then move right back down through this level, it's kind of odd for that to happen. But it's not odd for it to break through this level, consolidate, come down, and then move back upwards, right? That's not, and not to say the first option where it just breaks this level, consolidates, comes back down and breaks it again, is not to say that's like impossible. Just just when certain areas are really strong, like I'll just show you, like this 8-hour of why I'm saying it's so strong. Just look at from, this point, right? Or even let's take when it was created. This is when that decision making zone was created. Right? Price fell. Then when it broke through it, this is when it made its all-time high actually. But then it fell. It fell. Then it started to move, do its thing above it, or in between it, never broke it, fell, doing a thing in between it, moved a little bit up, and just kind of did a thing in between it. And then when it got up here again, even fell off of that one more time, then finally broke. So that final break, there should at least be, some type of retest potentially at this level, separate from what happened here. Like when we moved through this area, there was no retest to this level. There was just movement through this area, little consolidation, and then movement right back to that area. Right, this moved through this area and is now already retesting that level to possibly move through and move above. But yeah, that level is ultimately the last point that I'll let this trade go to. And like I said, I was fully embracing the risk that was involved with me taking this buy. It being 16 minutes after CPI, even if I would have got in 10 minutes before that, you know what I'm saying? Just anything within that CPI, just execute on that movement. Like I said, that's a mistake that I made waking up late because I wanted to be on for CPI. I wanted to trade CPI, right? And so that's like I said, that's a mistake I made for being late on the call. And I put on my trade log in quotes that I took a late trade, which I said a little bit earlier on the call. I can deem it late just because of when I entered on that. However, just understanding news and understanding volatility, I was, like I said, I was okay with the risk that was involved with this entry. Um, and that is why I have such a wide parameter of a stop loss, because I know I may need to let price breathe a little bit. I may need to let price breathe a little bit. We're getting this correction on my MACD, what I was looking for, right? With this line here, strong buyers volume to weak buyers volume to a little bit of sellers. And so what does this have to do now? Correct itself. Correct itself. And then in the dollar, kind of doing the same thing. Corrected against this move. And now what are we getting? I want to see this peak out, this volume peak. Looks like it may be hitting its peak right now to where this starts to come back down, right? This comes down, gold goes up. Even if it comes back down to this level, I'm cool with that. GU. What are you doing? Hmm? Put her to sleep again. See if we can get that MACD to start moving a little bullish now. Start losing that seller's volume, gaining buyer's volume. There we go. Bless you. Bless you. Getting back up to my break even here. Got about 15 left on this call. About 10, 15 left on this call. Catch me at my 9 to 5 today. Or should I say my 8 to 4? But this is why we do this. This is why we develop this skill. Look at the 5 minute. This right here. Exactly what we want to see right here on the 5 minute. You can honestly just study this move right here. You can just study this move right here. Like take literally take from this line, right? So, July 10th, 3:40 p.m., right? PST. Take that line, and all I want you to do with this line is just watch price from it, and then figure out an area that price is gonna break, because ultimately what I'm trying to get you to study is news, volume, how this appears on our MACD, right? Once we get to a certain point on our MACD, and what correction on the MACD looks like, and how that relates to price, because that there's a really key relationship between price and between this MACD. It doesn't always communicate the same every single time, so that's why it's kind of important to analyze areas, kind of like how I had this point being that ultimate target for price to correct to, but needing that correction because of this MACD, because of this signal line here. I have it in my notes somewhere. Let me see something real quick. What notes is it in? Yeah, I have it in my notes somewhere about I'm trying to think of where I have that. Oh no, wait, I think it's I don't know where I have that. Oh, right, actually. Oh no, not that. Yeah, I'm not sure where I have that. But basically, what I was gonna say was there's specific data behind that signal line, behind this line. This just reads the volume within the market. I don't personally know how it relates to these numbers, because I know you can change these numbers from regular to percentage, to logarithmic, whatever that means. So I don't know how this affects and this works. So I just use the regular, and I'm able to read the volume and that off of that. But I know there is specific data behind this green and red line in terms of what part of price it uses. Most of the time, it's a blend of moving averages, but yeah, once you just understand the basic understanding of what our indicators are saying and like how they're even getting its information, it starts to make so much sense. And then you can look at the indicators as exactly what they are, and that's just a guide, bro. They're just a guide. They're like indicators give us additional insight. Like it's kind of like this. I like to use it. I love to use analogies. I love to use practical statements that are just easily translatable. But it's like this concept right here. Indicators, right? What are they similar to? Stoplights. What are stoplights? An indication of when to stop or when to go. That's literally all a stoplight is their indications. Their indications, speed limits. Like those are indications. Like yes, they're laws. Like duh. And of course, people are supposed to follow them. But ultimately, what do people not do? People do not follow these indications, because indications, they're not like in stone, right? They're just indications. They're just like hinting at something. And so that's kind of like my interpretation behind just my psychology behind the indicators. I think that's what needs to improve for people to in the trading space, not in the trading space, to just understand the indicators. Like it's the indicator psychology we have to understand, and why do we use them? Why is it important? Why do we just why? Why can't we just use the candlesticks? I mean, you can. The candlesticks are also indications. Those are also indications. Somebody is probably broke this institutional candle down from a level to where they utilize this, maybe on this correction. They utilize this candle on this correction to execute off of that. All right. Fibonacci tool off an institutional candle. You just using this the candle, right? What pressure? What pressure? What your pressure? The hungry shit. Yeah. Still hungry. Let's see what time is it. I got about 7 minutes. 7 minutes left on this call. Moving in a little bit of profit now, but what's giving me confidence on this trade, which I'm gonna let this go to about 24.40. About 24.40. What's giving me confidence on this trade though is this. Let's line it up exactly what I wanted to line up for, which is a green dot next. Our green dots, like that is not something I would just like buy on, me personally. All right, that's not something I would just press buy when I see that green dot. Things have to line up. But what is that green dot? An indication of potential buys, potential buying opportunities. And depending on what time frame can change what that green dot looks like. Right? So green dot may come in on the 5 and may not give me anything, but I go on the 1 and it's an entry point. Right? Something that's simple, right? So I actually may take another position here if we get what I'm looking for on this 1 minute time frame. 1 second, precious. She just want to be picked up, huh? You said, Daddy, I just want to trade with you. Mm. And Daddy, can we just trade together? Can we have daughter daddy time? If I had one piece of advice to give to any trader is the the ability, I think personally, at least my profitability is bent upon my ability to accept I said 24.40 on. I'm at 24.20. That's where I was gonna take this originally. 24.20 is about where I'll take that. But just the ability to accept, man, it's, like we can get so attached to, of course, the money, but not the money that we can make. It's more the money that we're using. It's more like how we participate in the market. We can get really attached to that money to where we can't even really pull true accurate data from our trading, from what we're doing. We can't even pull true data because we never allow ourselves and allow our trades to develop because we see that drawdown. Or on the other side of it, we see that profit. And so every time we take a trade, right? Let's say we profit. But then we profit in that moment because, for one, we say one thing in the community. We say you can never go broke taking profit. I'm all for taking profit because you can never go broke doing so. If you take 100 trades and you were in profit on every 100 trades, and every trade you took your profit when you were in profit, no matter the amount of profit, you would be in profit. You know what I'm saying? So you can never go broke taking profit. Never undermine that statement. But there is a really fine balance that we want to find, we have to find, because we don't have to find it. Me personally, there's a balance that I want to find between that statement, never going broke taking profit, and then allow my trade to breathe, and understanding this is on a big picture scale, right? We're on the 5-minute time frame. Let's do the math. There are 24 hours in a day. There's like 1,400 1-minute candles in a day, which would mean, there'd be somewhere around 1,400 divided by 5. There'd be somewhere around maybe like 300 and some change of 5-minute candles. And what does that mean? This is on a big picture scale, right? So if there's over 300 5-minute candles, we've really only experienced one. What time is it? Let me not count all these. So it's 5:30 and it's about to be 7:30. So, 2 hours, that's, 60 minutes, 2 hours, 120 minutes divided by 5. That's 2, that's 10, 2, 24. So 24 candles basically we've experienced roughly, right? And there's a total of 301 day, right? So where my growth is coming, right? It's still developing. I'm still growing. I'm still blooming, guys. I'm still freaking blooming. I'm Bloom CEO Marcus, EHM Trades. This is Bloom Entities. This is our trading company. This is who we are. But this is what we do. It's not who we are. Let me reverse that. This is what we do is trade, but it's not who we are. We develop, right? That's who we are. We want to blossom into the just most beautiful individuals, inside and out that we can be, right? And I forgot what I was about to say. And so as I'm with my development, right, is higher time frames right now. Higher time frames, which I've always been able to read higher time frames. I've always had a good understanding of time frames, but where the development is utilizing and understanding how we can have a higher time frame perspective and use that within these smaller time frames. Now, does that always mean going with the perspective of the higher time frame? So let's say on the higher time frame, I see price going bullish. Does that mean I'm only going to take buys? No, because there's so many opportunities within 1 8-hour candle of up, down, up, down. You know what I'm saying? So, higher time frame understanding, just simply, if it's not necessarily the technical analysis, it's really just I was gonna say analytical analysis, but it's not the numbers behind the ADA. It's more of just the understanding of what that time frame resembles, so that when you're going to those time frames and you mark up a key level, right? You know that key level on that 8-hour is where it's at, but on a smaller time frame, it's probably significantly further away than you would have thought, right? So maybe in your mind, you're like, wow, no way we can, move through this area. But on a lower time frame, yeah, we can't move through it, but we have a lot of room to move to that area, right? And that's how we find profit targets, right? And that's how we can find stop losses and whatnot. Utilizing other time frames, and it's especially, I would say this works. I'm not gonna say only, but I'm only gonna use it in terms of I'm only gonna use my higher time frames, and I'm gonna allow execution for what I'm seeing on those on my lower time frames. I'm not gonna use lower time frames to confirm something on a higher time frame. That doesn't make sense. What person? But it's about a couple minutes past my time today. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I'm honestly gonna be back. I don't normally trade on Fridays, but with tomorrow, let's see. I think PPI tomorrow. I'm gonna be on the charts. I'm gonna be on the charts tomorrow morning if I don't go hoop. But if I do go hoop, then I'm not gonna be on tomorrow morning. If I am on, I'll go live. I'll be on here. If I'm not on, then obviously won't be live. But appreciate y'all for hopping on today. All the people who are reviewing this recording. Don't forget, head to our website. Check us out. Just to get to know about us. You can subscribe to our mailing list on there. Just to stay up to date with things Bloom. But there's some stuff where you can just get to know us. If not, it's all good. Head to the Discord. Come chat it if you're a trader. If you're not a trader, come talk trading if you are. Come share your testimony with trading. We just want to get people in the community of trading, and of the opportunity of trading. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Having my baby girl pouting, so it's all good. I'm still in my trade right now. I like this position just based on the factors and the indications we have surrounding. So,